In this world, every time a healthy child is born, an elderly person must die. An old man stood silently beside his daughter, who had just given birth to a baby boy. His face was solemn, filled with helplessness. Though it broke his heart, he gently stroked her cheek, kissed her forehead for the last time, said goodbye to his lifelong partner, and walked toward the edge of the cliff, then jumped. The year was 2034. A mysterious virus had ravaged the entire globe. Most of the mainland had fallen to infection, and the last untainted place on Earth was Heligoland Island, located in the North Sea. To protect its purity and limited resources, the island allowed only 513 people to live there at any given time. So with every newborn, someone else had to die. To prevent outsiders from bringing in the virus, massive ships had been anchored around the island, forming an impenetrable barrier. To fairly manage the population, the island's ruler, Lise, implemented a ranking system based on each resident's ability and character. Whenever the number of people exceeded 513, the bottom 3 were placed under review, and one of them would be chosen by public vote to die. Not long after the grandfather sacrificed himself for his newborn grandson, the doctor discovered something unexpected. The woman had actually given birth to twins. That meant the island now had one person too many. Again, Lisa called for an emergency meeting with all departments. After much deliberation, it was decided that a new vote would be held in the coming days. When Mark saw the announcement, panic set in. He had recently been penalized for crashing a truck, which dropped his ranking to 3rd from the bottom. He couldn't stop imagining his own death. Ranked second to last was an elderly woman who lived with her young granddaughter. At the very bottom was David, a carpenter with a criminal past. David was devastated. He had worked hard to reform himself and contribute to the community, but he was still last. In desperation, the elderly woman tried to sneak away with one of the newborns while the mother slept, hoping to fix the population problem herself. But the mother caught her. Being no match in strength, the old woman was forced to retreat, humiliated. Then came the day of the vote. Every resident had the right to choose who among the bottom 3 should die to make room for the extra child. Fortunately for Mark, he was safe, for now. The day before, he had shared food with a little girl in public, intentionally letting Lisa witness his good deed. Impressed, Lisa awarded him extra points, moving him up to 4th from the bottom. The woman previously ranked just above him now dropped into the bottom 3, but the woman wasn't a bad person, and neither was the elderly lady. Both of them received only a few votes. When David's name came up, nearly everyone voted against him. His past mistakes clearly hadn't been forgotten. Just as Lisa announced David would be the one to die, his wife stood up and shouted a revelation that shocked the entire island. Lisa's own son, Jack, had once blackmailed her, threatening to withhold food unless she submitted to him. That moment broke the silence. One after another, more women stood up, each revealing their own trauma. It turned out Jack had exploited nearly every woman on the island.